Welcome back to another episode of NFT Catcher Podcast. We'd like to remind everybody that nothing on the show is meant as financial advice, and to please do your own research. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Now the subject is NFTs.
They're known as non-fungible tokens, or NFTs.
NFTs are exploding in popularity.
This is a technology that will forever change the way people interact.
So it is happening whether you understand it and like it or not.
This phenomenon is moving. The digital.
You have now joined Jenny from the blockchain and Michael Keene on the NFT Catcher Podcast.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NFT Catcher Podcast with me, Jenny from the blockchain, and my co-host, Michael Keene. Today, we have a Sunday recap for you. I guess this is our first Sunday recap of the year. Wait, is it?
No, we did last week.
Oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just kidding. It's not. It is not our first Sunday recap of the year, but it's our second. And Michael has prepared a ton of topics to discuss.
Man, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. But I want to start. Actually, I have one. Last week, I believe your boyfriend was in town. He was with you. Does he happen to be there right now? Because I have one quick question for him.
He's not. He's not in town.
Well, he can listen to this. I have one question for him. You ready?
He's not going to listen to this, but
well, you can ask him. You can ask him.
I'll ask him.
The question is, how about them Cowboys?
Oh no, I don't know if I can relay that message.
You can relay that, and you have to say it. You have to say it like that, because that's like how Jimmy Johnson, their old coach, said it. The Cowboys lost by about 40 points today, which was amazing.
Like not too long ago too, right? Like
it was great. Oh yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, so I think it's a sore subject still. I don't know if I will be able to relay that message.
Text him right now. My co-host says, quote, how about them Cowboys? Like with the apostrophe BOUT.
Oh,
how about?
Yeah. And you know what's funny is my brother he lives in Wisconsin and he's a huge Green Bay Packers fan.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
I can only imagine the exchange, the conversation exchange.
I love it. I love it. So let's get into what's been going on other than the amazing football results today. Last night I won first place in a chili cook-off. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know if we ever talked about it. I'm actually a relative. Andy would know. I'm a pretty decent cook.
I'm actually shocked right now.
Really?
Wait.
I've been cooking forever. I don't even make chili, but anything I make, I can make like pretty good.
But you made chili and you won number one.
Yeah. There was 8 of them there. I'm sorry, Josh, you having to listen. It wasn't even close with the other ones. Like it was pretty obvious.
Oh, damn.
It was pretty obvious. I didn't even vote for mine, and I won in a landslide.
You didn't even vote for yourself?
No, because I wanted to be. It was pretty obvious.
Wait, so what was it like? You had to cook a big pot of chili, and then everybody tasted it and stuff.
Yeah, there was everybody's chili was set up, and there were numbers on them. Yeah.
How many people were in the competition?
There was like 16 people, but there was like 8 pots of chili.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And there was
and you want a spoon. He showed me a spoon, by the way, a wooden spoon.
Yeah. I'm holding up a wooden spoon that says first place chili cook. I'm very proud.
That's nice. So that was the grand prize, just a spoon? Damn.
Yeah, but bragging rights. Bragging rights.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here you are flexing. So and it was worth it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was nice. So I was actually nice to just get out. It was my son's friend's parents invited us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was like, at their house and with their friends. So it was cool.
Oh, it was just like at somebody's house.
All adults, at someone's house. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It wasn't like a contest. Like no.
Yeah, I thought this was like at a park where it's like everybody.
But it would have won. It would have won anywhere because it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I smoked it for 11 hours in my Dutch oven on a smoker.
Is that the secret?
It was one of the secrets. I also used San Marzano tomatoes. They're real good tomatoes from Italy. Like I really did it up.
Oh, okay.
Bunch of different meats. Like did it up. Yep.
Wow. All right. Well, fun fact. There we go. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Michael is great at cooking. Specifically, actually cooking in general.
No, yeah, because that's the first. Chili. Like I can. The things that I'm best at are like brisket, matzo ball soup, like a Thanksgiving turkey and mashed potatoes I could crush, and like anything like smoked meats, like ribs.
Just basically
pulled pork.
everything I don't eat.
I know. I could make. I cook like I make. I do zucchini, asparagus. I can make anything. I make the spaghetti squash a lot of times for my wife, where I bake it off and then scrape it out, and it's like spaghetti, and then use sauce on that or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah. Zucchini parm is really good. You ever made zucchini parm, like cut zucchini, like thick slices?
I haven't.
Bread it and fry it, and then bake it with the cheese and sauce. It's good.
Interesting.
Oh, you're so not even cheese. You're vegan.
Yeah. I mean, I don't often I don't really like to fry things, and I don't usually
I don't blame you. I don't
bake things in the oven. I'll like saute things on the stovetop a lot.
Do you eat? Okay.
But, yeah,
That's
like
cool.
quinoa and tofu and lentils, and I'll make stuff like that.
Nice. I'm talking about pulled pork and barbecue.
Yeah.
People are like, okay. I think some people, hopefully people,
They're like, is this an NFT podcast or?
So
okay.
ETH went crazy for the kind of the past week. We got some highs that we hadn't seen in a long time. It was like 2780 or something. Was that as high as how high did it get? Let me see. About 2620, it looks like. Right now it's about 2,500. We're recording on the evening of January 14th, but it went, that went up, and then NFTs went way down when ETH went way up. If you notice that, you see everything went way down, and that's kind of come back. Looking, especially over the last day, a lot of stuff has come back. Mutants went all the way down under 4 ETH. They're back to 4.5, things like that. Yeah, but
it seemed everything across the board is down, and also we didn't mention too that the Bitcoin ETF got approved. Well, first it was what was it? Which Twitter account got
the SEC? Yep, Securities and Exchange Commission.
Okay, yeah.
Our
SEC
friend Gary Gensler, who's I donate max to his. He doesn't have a campaign, but I still donate to him anyway.
He's not our friend.
No. Oh, really? Why am I donating?
I don't know. You're crazy. Yeah, Michael's favorite person, Gary.
Yes.
Not Gary V, not to be confused. Yeah, and somebody hacked their account not to scam people with some link on minting, but to literally say that the Bitcoin ETF was approved. And I don't know, I guess they're like, somehow they made money off that because, the news then caused the price to skyrocket, I guess. Yeah. Or did it plummet? I don't know, one or the other. And then Gary guy had to come out and be like, actually, that was false. We got hacked. That didn't happen. Then the next day, they were like, oh, actually, it did end up getting approved. And yeah, it was a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, so it was definitely a weird situation. There's a lot of so the deadline for them to make the announcement, people knew that next day that it was coming. Like, it was all expected. And it's a really weird, it seems like so the words they used, they didn't actually say we got hacked. Our Twitter account was quote unquote compromised. That's as far as they went with it. Mm-hmm. And it basically looks like a tweet that was prepared and ready to go. You know what I mean? Because it was legit, and it was, you know what I mean, right? Like, there were a couple things that might have been. So you
think, there was speculation that maybe they just misfired it early,
right?
So it was like, did they get?
It's so
did their Twitter get compromised? Did the intern running the Twitter account mess up? Like, what was the real thing?
Because don't you think a hacker would have shorted it and said that it's getting declined? We don't think Bitcoin has a future. You know what I mean? Like, that's what a hacker would do. Who knows? Because it doesn't seem like what a hacker would do. Like, a hacker would be like, here's the link to get your ETF. You know what I mean? Right? Or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think you're giving them a lot of credit. Because I feel like, because I think Plumferno was like, they had their phone number connected to their account. And that's kind of the number one thing that they always say you're not supposed to do, which, by the way, you guys, if you do have your phone number connected to your Twitter account for 2-factor authentication, make sure you remove it.
They say they say even if it's not two-factor authentication, you should remove it.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, remove your number from there because you can be SIM swapped. They can very easily, get access to your Twitter account if you have your phone number.
Do you know about YubiKeys?
Yeah, you talked about that last time.
Did I? Okay, yeah. VGF is who told me to get these, and we're using them for all the Ohio State stuff. Just to, it's supposedly like having a hard wallet for your. These need to like plug into your device or touch your device for you to be able to log in.
Oh yeah, that's right. Last week we talked about you working for Ohio State.
Yeah,
that's right.
We did. And I'm actually going to Las Vegas on the 23rd for a few days for a licensing conference, and we have meetings with a whole bunch of other schools as well.
Oh,
yeah,
that's big.
Yeah, pretty cool. Moving pretty. I mean, we still got a lot to do, a lot to execute, but it's endlessly exciting for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What else? Where are we talking about? Okay, what else is going on? Did you see the Nakamigos, who we've talked about a lot in the past, we haven't talked about in a while? The Nakamigos kind of gone quiet. There's something fishy with the Nakamigos. And at this point, I think the person whoever it is, does not want to come out but they announced now that they have a collectible trading card game coming on the 17th. So this episode will drop on the 15th. So in 2 days, and then their price went up 40%. Price went up to about 0.17 on the OG Nakamigos, which I'm still sitting on 3 of them. Because you know what? I'm not just giving them up.
0.2.
Is it 0.2 now? Oh, they're way.
Yeah.
Oh, Migos. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm like a whale in the Migos community.
Maybe you should sell a couple.
No, I only have 3 left. I had like a dozen. I had like a dozen, if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. When Richard told us it was the most underrated NFT collection, which he still might be right. 0.4 is a nice floor on like a weird 20,000 NFT collection.
0.4?
Didn't you say 0.4?
No, 0.2.
For Nakamigos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Why would I say 0.4? It was 0.1. So yeah, 0.2 for sure. 0.2 is even up though. No, 0.2 is great.
Yeah.
It's up 17% in one day.
Our Inca Blinks are down.
It was 0.17. Yeah, Inca Blinks are not going to
go. They died pretty shortly after I gifted them to you guys. I think actually let me take the floor. Let's see. 0.0019. So yeah, they're pretty much dead.
That's not gonna, but they're beautiful. No, we love our Inca Blinks. That's
yeah.
And Andy sold his, which was kind of ridiculous. I had to message him and say something, but
hey, I will not allow for the Andy slander.
No, Andy doesn't sell nothing. And he wouldn't spend the gas to list it.
Yeah, true. It probably costs more to list than to sell.
Well, now it does for sure. Now it's unsellable.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about Ethereum. When it gets to a point where they can't sell.
Yeah, because then it just costs more to sell it than to just cut your losses and keep it.
Yeah, totally. Like, you better be a darn good project. You're going to be on ETH, like trading like that. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. But what is the answer? Like, I still like Polygon because it is, a layer 2 ETH chain. It is over there. Like, Solana is great. You build on Solana, but like Solana has gone down. Solana's a company. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's got the same staying power as the ETH ecosystem. I don't know. It might blow it away because, if we switch over to the marketplace side, Magic Eden has now completely blown away OpenSea. And when we had Magic Eden on, that was kind of almost unthinkable. Like, they were just kind of getting going. They were doing Solana. And I have here the marketplace volume over the last 30 days. So Blur has done $623 million. Blur is, Pac-Man, Blur. They are the marketplace.
Blur is killing it. That's crazy.
Blur's killing it. OKX is Bitcoin stuff. They've done 538 million. Really cool stuff. Magic Eden is 211 million. Magic Eden, if you haven't gone there in a while, go check out Magic Eden. You can move between Bitcoin and Solana. You can integrate them where you can see both. And they're going to have Polygon and ETH very soon when they open up that marketplace with Yuga Labs. It's a really nice interface. I mean, it's really, really nice. OpenSea hasn't changed one bit. Really a shame. So Magic Eden, 211 million. OpenSea's down to 111.1 million. So it's basically half of Magic Eden and 1/6 of Blur.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
okay. To be fair to OpenSea, they have done some things. Like, do you remember gem.xyz?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, they acquired gem.xyz. It's like now like OpenSea Pro. And I mean, they've done some things, but definitely a lot smaller and not as
yeah. Go ahead.
not as like, I feel like because they were ahead for so long, they just didn't have as much of like a competitive drive to like just keep innovating and, you know, whatever. There's like, oh, you know, we're number one, we're good. Like they're chilling. And then, you know, number two is always the most competitive and they're just hungry trying to get to that number one spot. So,
yeah. I remember them getting a huge valuation. I mean, yeah, they had the first mover advantage for sure. They had a huge lead. Everything was OpenSea. Even the people I talked to, like the Ohio State, like the guys I'm working with that work with Ohio State, they're like, yeah, everything, you know, talk about OpenSea, going to OpenSea. And I'm like, it's pretty much dead. Like nobody uses it, but like that's
I know. I'm like,
know.
does the mainstream probably just knows OpenSea, right? The people that
when like mainstream doesn't know anything, but if they know anything, it's probably OpenSea.
Yeah, I mean, I just meant like the people that got in when it was such a frenzy. They only really know OpenSea, but then they ended up leaving, and now the people that are here, I mean, Blur obviously is what everyone's using.
Yeah,
but
no, Blur's awesome. Blur's what I use for everything. I'm on there multiple times a day, every day. Blur's really good. It you know, it's not perfect. There's actually some things I don't love the long-term data. I'd rather be able to look at like, you know, all-time data on projects a lot easier. I wish they would add a little more data. They have 1 day change. They have 7 day change. They got rid of 30-day change on their main thing. They used to have a 30-day change, which is a nice metric to see. They got rid of that, which I enjoyed seeing. There's probably some other data sites I should go back to and revisit. But I mean, that's one thing that OpenSea has done that I will give them credit for. What they've done with their OpenSea Pro, I don't know. That hasn't made any waves for me, honestly. But just recently, they announced a new way to onboard people with just an email, and there'll be a wallet created for you automatically that they'll custody for you, and that's pretty neat. That's a way to actually, you know, if somebody wants to buy an NFT, they can just come buy with a credit card, not have a wallet, not have a seed phrase.
That's Flow. That's basically Flow, and
that is you're
the
right.
Dapper wallet, and what they're doing up there, where it's like it's just so easy. You just sign up with your email, and it makes it very easy for new people because, you know, that's the one thing that everyone in the NFTs talks about is how complicated onboarding somebody new is, and how like it really does. Once you sit down with somebody and you're like, all right, you need to set up your MetaMask wallet and you need to do this, this. You know, it is very like scary, and you're like, oh my God, like this is really like serious and intense. And that definitely makes it easier to, you know, help somebody get started in the NFT space, and it's a good gateway, I think.
Yeah, it's a really good, like it lines up with kind of what happened with Bitcoin. When I hear people talking stories about Bitcoin, how hard it was to get. I think even Outer Lumen, who is going to be our interview that comes out this week, who we interviewed last week, spectacular interview. Listen to that this week. She's really brilliant. But she was saying that. What was she saying? Where was I? Why did I lose
she was
my train of
saying
thought?
that because her boyfriend got into like.
Yeah, and how
really
hard,
early.
how hard it was to buy. You had to go through all these loops, and it sounds like with NFTs, you know, it's like right now. And we were taught. We'll circle back to Top Shot because everybody came in made like through Top Shot. They were so successful because it was that simple. With you know, we wanted to buy a pack for $14. Give your credit card. You bought the pack, and then you sold the things for $250. And now you have all this, you know, Dapper whatever money. So all of a sudden, you just onboard that easy. And the other person that onboarded everybody was Gary V. And he had to have Twitter spaces and Discord spaces and tutorial videos and like, you know, and it had to be like a full-time job for 2 months to get people onboarded.
I remember he kept prepping people too. He's like, you're gonna need to set up a MetaMask wallet. Like, I'm gonna have something coming out in a couple months. Like,
that's why I set up a MetaMask when he started. That's literally the reason. It wasn't my first NFT, but it was literally the reason I set up a MetaMask was him saying it. He's like, put ETH in there. I put a bunch of ETH.
Yeah, he didn't invoke panic and FOMO. Like, it was like he gave people time to figure it out before. Yeah, he got started.
That was epic for sure. And that project ended up like peaking at like a 20 ETH floor for the ones that were half an ETH. So anybody that like complains, like people there's nothing wrong with that project.
Oh, right? Michael here to defend VeeFriends.
Oh, I'll always defend VeeFriends.
It has been getting a lot of heat lately.
Yeah. Oh, Gary V gets a lot of heat. And like I do, there were times like I bought a bunch of things from only because Gary said to, and they're worthless, but I don't blame him. I bought them. I've said that before, like recur. That sucks, but he was investing in everything. So I just bought whatever he invested in because it just seemed like whatever he touched, turned to gold. And it kind of did for a while until it didn't, I don't blame him though, honestly.
That's good. Take accountability. That's very important. What when's your next?
Well, it's in February. It's in February.
And that's your last one?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Your third and final FaceTime.
I know. He'll do more. I think he's going to add utility in the future to the access token.
You should.
Mine's an access token, quote unquote. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You'll have other utility with it. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's the same with him saying like the VeeFriends Series 1, they're all good for, a ticket to the VCon conference every year for the next 3 years. And then it's like this upcoming one in August is supposedly the last one, but I do think that he'll continue to provide value for holders beyond his initial promise.
He'll announce something at VCon at the end in his final speech. He'll be like, by the way, Series 1, you're da-da-da-da. And like, because you know what I mean?
It would be great if he kind of kept going. He's like, we're going to do another one next year.
Yeah.
Like that would, because you know what? It is kind of sad and it does kind of suck that the 3 conferences are essentially all like in the bear market, I mean, I guess,
well, we'll see August. Yeah, we got 6 months to
That's true. It could be, we could be in the bull market by then.
ETH to 10,000 in August.
But you know what? In that case, then I think he would say, hey, let's do another one next year. If it, all of a sudden we're in the
thing
bull
is,
market.
how is he going to pay for it? Because something like what he does, this LA one must cost $10 million. I don't know, to put on, right? Like it must. So he raised all that money. He raised $55 million on the initial drop, and then God knows how much money in royalties because he was collecting 10% royalties the whole time. So I don't know exactly how he would put another one on. Sponsors, I guess.
Yeah, or who knows? Maybe he would,
or charge some people, or maybe make it bigger, and let the V1 holders in, V2 holders for cheap. I don't know.
Right, but then it's like, then it wouldn't be an NFT, would it? Because then it's like, people could just buy them a second year. I don't know how that would work, but I guess stay tuned to August. We'll find out.
Yeah, no. I'm really excited for this VCon though. It's like the other ones were, I mean, it was cool. Indianapolis, Minneapolis, but Los Angeles is gonna be a whole different beast.
Yeah, LA's nice because there's a lot of people there, and even though LA is so chaotic, a lot of things happen. It is the happening spot. And so it's like, it's not just a random city. It is like, okay, actually LA, like there's always stuff happening in LA.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that live there that aren't necessarily VeeFriends people, but are NFT, people like, that'll be there. So
yeah, I got friends in LA for sure.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. One of the guys, actually that reminds me, one of the guys I used to work with, I should invite him.
Oh,
Joel Pepper. What's up, Joel? I should invite him to VeeCon. I'll get him a ticket if you're listening. Come. Yes,
come out.
He would love it. Actually, he'd be making fun of everybody probably.
Yeah, next year if I get invited back, I want to bring my mom. Actually, I think that would be
cool
really experience for her. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. VeeCon's a lot of fun. VeeCon's a lot of fun. VeeCon is a lot of fun. Let's see. Refik Anadol introduced something really cool. He's like so smart for me. I almost don't even understand what's going on. I signed up for it with 2 of my emails and like read the website. He introduces a large nature model as the world's first open source generative AI model focused on nature. And it's going to be used in his Dataland project. So you go to the website Dataland. I think it's Dataland. You better look it up from him. It's either .io or .com. Do not go to either of those and click anything. Look it up from him. Dataland. And you sign up, and he's going to do some kind of cool thing where you're going to be able to create things via AI that is trained on like the patterns in nature and stuff. That's like with this huge amount inputted into it. He's pretty wild. He does all kinds of stuff with like the World Economic Forum, and he's on CNN, and he's at every museum. You know that dude right from Turkey, Refik?
I am looking him up now. I actually don't think I know him.
Have you heard of Winds of Yaranara? That's a project that's
No.
been that's a project. It's been real popular recently. Like 8-9 ETH floor. Really interesting cat. We've talked about him a couple times before, but maybe not in so much detail.
Interesting.
Refik. You'll start seeing him everywhere now that I mentioned him.
Yeah, probably. My computer's listening to me, so.
Yeah. Azuki, my favorite project, of course, Zagabond is one of my heroes in the space, one of my true inspirations.
Yeah.
In life, really. But they actually did some cool stuff. I got to give them credit. Honestly, they've hung in there. They're the highest volume NFT project almost every day. And they announced they're doing some kind of like anthology anime series with collab with like this famous anime people that I never heard of because I don't know anything about anime. Like literally nothing. But they're doing that. They also announced this collector score that they're putting out, and it's like super intricate, and it's basically like a collector score where like if you have these different rare things, you get more points and different combinations and all their different ecosystem mixed together. And it's really cool, and it actually makes a lot of sense where, the real collectors, probably I don't know if they incorporate how long you've held. They should. If they don't, they should. But I think it's really cool. I got to give them some props.
Yeah, it's funny because my boyfriend, he's not in the NFT space. He doesn't own any NFTs, but he heard about it when I don't know, when it was like it was blowing up, 2021, I guess. And the one project he really likes the art on, he doesn't know anything about the project. He's like, he loves the art, is Azuki. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much like history and tea with Azuki. But yeah, he's like, man, the art is just so good. And he's like, he likes anime and stuff. So
yeah, anime is really popular. Anime,
I know, it's so popular.
Like, I don't know anything. I never got into that. I don't know.
I remember watching Spirited Away, which apparently is like one of the best anime movies back in like, I don't know, probably like 2001 or something. Like,
okay.
Like really, like I was like 6 years old or something, and I watched it and I was like, I just knew it was different. I was like, whoa, this is a totally different type of movie I've never seen before, and I actually really liked it. But I never got into anime. But yeah, I was like, oh, I actually watched an anime movie when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Shout out to Azuki. Keep going, do their thing. I'm not part of it, but it's
maybe we'll get them on someday.
Yeah, we should get Zagabond. He is a listener. That's why I wanted to say some nice things about him because I know he's an avid listener. So maybe if he wants to come on, he's asked before. We've said no, but maybe it's about time.
Yeah, we'll have a series of controversial people, and we'll have Zagabond, we'll have Beanie.
Yeah, all in one or like one in a row.
Oh, yeah, all of them together. I mean,
how about episode 200? Just get like
episode 200, just a huge controversial.
Beanie, do it big Chicago.
Yeah,
Zagabond,
do it big Chicago. Yeah,
and Shill and Villain.
And so villain, yeah, that's quite and Bark NFT or whatever. Quite the mix.
That would be interesting. That's coming up real quick. We got to figure out 200. Jeez,
I know. I'm like, it's gonna come and we're gonna be like, Oh yeah, you know what? At this point, we didn't do anything because we just done so many episodes, guys.
know.
But it's just one of those things. The longer we've been in the game, the more it's like not as exciting.
250s to be at 200 is not the big one. 250 is the big one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nike .swoosh, they announced they're going to allow their users to off-ramp all the assets on Nike .swoosh and into their own wallet to trade them on a secondary marketplace that guarantees royalties. They didn't say what marketplace that is. I could, use conjecture to think that it might be the Magic Eden Yuga Labs one, but who knows? But that's really cool that they're going to allow that. I guess they don't feel like building their own marketplace for whatever reason.
Might as well use whatever is available.
Yeah. So I'm sure that people are going to like that. It's probably going to draw some action. I never signed up for my .swoosh. I'm a fool. I should have signed up early. I remember it was going on.
I never did either. I was never interested in doing that.
I know.
You don't have to do every opportunity that comes about. Everyone's always
you don't.
Oh, everything, Coinbase, you have to secure your username. And I was like, no, I don't want to secure my username because I have no interest in doing that. And it's like I feel like sometimes everyone feels like they have to do everything that comes out and that's available. And it's like, you don't. You can pick and choose. You don't have to do everything. And it's impossible to do everything anyway. So
it is impossible. Honestly, I can't wear Nikes. Nikes are not very comfortable for me, sadly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know. I have a pair of, what are they called? They're not Air Jordans, but they're like Flight or something.
Yeah.
Or,
Air Max?
No, Air Force Ones. Air Force Ones. Okay, that's just embarrassing that I didn't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But my sister made me buy them.
Air Force One is the president's airplane.
What the?
Isn't it?
Wait, are they actually Nike Air Force Ones? Hold on. These are real shoes, right? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I have. Yeah, okay, I have. Nike, yes, I have Nike Air Force Ones.
Nice.
Anyway.
We're real sneakerheads, like culture aficionados right here. Both of us.
I know, as you can tell. My sister is like a true sneakerhead, and
oh really?
I'll buy her shoes. She's really into the Nike. Oh my god, what is it called? The SE1 low dunks or something like that. Anyways, I'll just if I just want a safe gift to buy her, I'll just buy her a pair because she collects them. She has like dozens of different pairs, and some she's never even worn. That's how you know she's a sneakerhead. She hasn't worn some of them.
That's hilarious.
But anyway, all right, moving on. What else we got?
All right, moving on. I've been hearing about, if anyone's like chasing mints, I'm actually not yet. I do want to send some money over to Bitcoin and really start to dig in because honestly, there probably are some giant opportunities. It's hard to know which ones they are. But if you pick it, I don't know if it's that Node Monkeys. Like, I don't know. Who knows? That's the one that all the influencers want it to be. But there probably are. There's a couple new mints that, like, if you can get in on the mint, I know it's even hard to mint. They're gas wars, I think, on Bitcoin now, and it takes like 40 minutes for it to go through.
I heard it's so slow.
There's one coming up on Tuesday called Pizza Ninjas that just seems like it's going to be good. Oh. And then also Quantum Cats, which has some kind of connection to the Taproot Wizards. That's going on the 24th. So if anyone's like chasing that stuff, I know we have some people that are.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Some new stuff on ETH. There's a couple new whales that came in. One came in and randomly swept 13 punks and 18 squiggles. Now, by new whale, we don't know who they are. It's like a new wallet that was like funded from Coinbase or whatever. So it could be somebody we know, but it's not like a doxed, person. But that's a lot. But then there was another one that loaded up 1,200 ETH. They spent 470 ETH on 21 apes and 6 pudgies. And then I don't know how all this works. I can't get into this, but they took some kind of 0% APY loan on all of those NFTs immediately. And that wallet still now has 1,000 ETH in it. And they have all those assets.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, I was reading about that. I think it was Tyler posted it, or maybe it was Lucky Trader. I forget exactly who was talking about that, but found it really interesting. And then on a Spaces, I heard Machi say they were talking about his 11 million. He hasn't gotten it yet. He's frustrated. He's waiting for that money.
His 11 million.
the 11 million ape coin that he won
to
in that
build the
ape.
museums.
Yes, of course.
Oh yeah, for the betterment of the culture.
And he said, when I get that money, he said the quote, I heard him say this on Spaces, apes are gonna flip apes are gonna flip punks.
What basis does he have?
Well, he would sweep the floor up theoretically with
but
his.
I thought he was supposed to use that money to get. Is he gonna sweep the floor to then put it into the museum?
All he said was he didn't say exactly how it's gonna happen. He said the quote, apes are gonna flip punks when he gets that money.
I don't believe it. I don't really believe him.
I don't take anything of what he says for face value. I was actually starting to think that maybe he's the one that bought those 21 BAYC and took a 0% APY loan. Like, he's a master manipulator. That's what he's always been doing.
Yeah.
He takes advantage of all the rules. Like that AIP. That AIP is so weird because he has such a heavy stake in the vote.
Yeah. Oh, so he could just vote for you. I didn't know you could do that. You could just vote for whatever.
Yeah, it's decentralized. You have all those votes. He's got X million, 7 million ape coin.
That's why he won. Yeah.
It's one of the reasons. I mean, he's got, a big chunk of the vote. I think Mochaverse is actually a big Mocha Brands project. Mochaverse, their DAO, is a big player in it as well.
They voted for him?
I think they must have. Because I think they're the biggest holder, and they take votes in their DAO, and then they vote how the DAO votes.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay,
Yep.
Maybe I wonder if he's a big member in their DAO.
I
bet.
And
then
I bet
it's all coming to light, folks. We cracked
allegedly. No, that's not even allegedly. This is like wild speculation, just to be clear.
Well, we could check the chain and we could find out all this information.
Yes.
So
Zach XBT is also a listener, so maybe Zach.
Although he's been really burnt out lately. I don't know if you've been seeing him. He's been getting. I mean, people have been really frustrating him, and I think he even deactivated his account for a bit. I think he's back,
really?
But he just. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. It's like he has all this stress and all this pressure to kind of be the hero of Web3. I mean, he does it for free. Well, now he does it for donations, but still, I just know he's under a lot of pressure and it gets to him sometimes.
It sounds like it for sure.
Or her, I guess I don't know if it's a guy.
Them, exactly. If you're letting it, if somebody that smart and that dedicated and that anonymous is letting it come out, in social media, it really must be getting to them.
Yeah, because that probably things get to them.
They are very calculated, they're not, for sure. They are. And I didn't, Zach went after Machi before. That was they had a whole big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole expose on Machi was by Zach.
Yeah, that's how I found out about all the stuff that went down with Machi and all the way he's scammed and stolen money in the past, and allegedly because apparently
he's also very litigious. So all of this is alleged and speculation.
Alleged. Don't
all of
this
entire is alleged and speculation. And I actually got this script from Andy. So if any of it is problematic, Andy's on Twitter. You guys can find him.
Andy's definitely cutting that out.
If any of this is problematic, because I have proof. I actually have an email from Andy with the script of all the things about Machi that I need to say. So here we go.
For legal reasons, this is all a joke. Nothing we say or do should be taken seriously in the court of law.
Speculation.
Okay, I think we're cleared.
Yeah, okay. This is entertainment. This is not news. This is
for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. But Machi, I don't know. I just got to be honest. Like, I don't like to say things not nice about people I don't know, but it always rubs me the wrong way, the kind of things he's trying to do. Like, I don't think this 11 million is going to work out well. I think it's going to age poorly and look weird. And like, he's also going around voting against every other AIP because he doesn't want them wasting money, if you know that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Almost all of them fail. And I don't know if there's, probably some are good, some are not, but almost all AIPs fail, and he votes against just about all of them.
Damn, he just wants all the
Yep.
money to himself.
Yep. I don't know. I was just like, and he asked for so much. Do you need that much?
Yeah, he's gonna come back with the part 2. Like, I need more.
Right. I know. And there's a token going into it. Like he's gonna be making a token here. That's what we're looking for. A whole nother token on top of the ape token that Machi creates.
The last thing we
Great.
need is more tokens.
By Machi. Lord. Okay. What else was going on? X, or formerly known as Twitter, is pulling their Hexagon NFT integration.
Yeah, I saw one day everyone had their PFPs as hexagons, and the next nobody did. And quite frankly, I never, when made my NFT a hexagon, I feel no need to prove to the people that I own my doodle. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
I don't think the hexagon persuaded anybody. But whatever.
No, it's all good. There's a chance that it's not the end that we're going to hear of digital ownership verification on X. It's not the end of that. It's just, that probably they just don't like how they had it set up, or they don't want to integrate with whoever they integrated with, whatever it is. That's my guess. That's not going to be the end of it.
Yeah, maybe there was like some problems brewing, and they're like, because there was also, I just remember when that came out, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like there's some way you could somehow get hacked or scammed out of your NFTs by doing this. And who knows? Maybe they saw some red, flags about it. Or I don't know what happened, but it's not like there was a lot of people being like, remove the hexagons, So I don't think they did it because people were saying they should remove it. There had to have been some other type of reason.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something going on. I don't know if it was like, if people were just like, it's costing too much money to keep this up, and we have something better coming, or we just don't care about it. Not enough people care because maybe it just got so niche and weird. Like, it was nice that they catered us, like such a big company, like found our little niche community. I guess it wasn't niche
Twitter
at the time.
Is not. I swear the NFT space and crypto nerds like made Twitter. Twitter wasn't even. If you take away all the crypto and the NFT people, there are not that many people.
I guess you're probably right. Twitter. I was never on Twitter before this, before 2020. I was never on Twitter. Yep. That's probably true. You're probably right. In addition to X pulling their support for NFTs, GameStop, which I don't know who was excited about their NFT marketplace, is shutting it down. They announced like an NFT marketplace. Remember that, GameStop?
I barely remember that.
Yeah. So they're shutting that down due to like regulation limbo. I don't know who was all excited about that. And then here's one other interesting development. It is big brain, so I got to read it. But Polygon is having another blockchain called the Libre blockchain, which means like free and books. It means book, right? Libre, free or book?
Oh, I took it up. Libre.
I think it means free. Free.
Yeah, free.
Yeah. Okay, I'm horrible. And so it's a new blockchain infrastructure powered by Polygon's chain development. It's introduced to facilitate institutional level Web3 operations for alternative assets. It aims to enable regulated institutions globally to create and manage tokenized assets compliantly, enhancing access to alternative investment funds, streamlining legal, regulatory, operational workflows. It represents a significant advancement in leveraging blockchain technology for institutional investment in these kind of assets.
I don't know anything you just said. To be honest.
I know. Me neither. But hopefully some of our listeners do.
Yeah, you guys got that?
I read the article a couple times, and it seems like it's a big deal, and Polygon is just still doing really cool stuff. I put the 2 articles about it into ChatGPT, and that's what it gave me back. What I just read.
Oh, that's when it gave you back. She said,
I should have said, dumb it down. Yeah, I seriously should have. Do you want me to right now?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, let me put it right now. I'm gonna say, explain this to a 10-year-old.
Okay, maybe not, but maybe like 14-year-old or something.
All right. Let's break this down into simpler terms. Blockchain infrastructure. Think of the blockchain as a digital ledger that's really secure and transparent. It's like a notebook where all transactions or exchanges are written down. But once something is written, it can't be changed or deleted. This makes it super trustworthy. Polygon's chain development kit. Polygon is like a big player in the blockchain world. They've created something called a development kit, which essentially is a set of tools that helps people build their own blockchain systems more easily. It's like having a super advanced Lego set for creating your own digital world. They gave way more information than my one paragraph.
That was actually really good.
No, I'm not done yet. That was point two. That was point 2 of 8. If you want me to read it all, yeah, they gave a lot of information.
You don't read the whole thing.
So the alternative assets are types of investments that are not usual stocks and bonds. Examples could be real estate, art, or even rare collectibles. That's actually the main thing there that we didn't get in the first part. That it can be real estate, that it can be art, that it can be collectibles, it can be Pokemon cards. That's the blockchain they're building. That's actually really, really cool.
Okay, so basically the stuff that people have been talking about, like, oh my God, think about all that you can do with blockchain technology.
Have you heard RWAs? Everyone's been saying that's the new buzz. Have you heard RWAs? RWAs. The Colony, my buddy Joey Val's. Americana is another company that does it.
What?
Real world assets. That's what everyone's saying.
Oh,
you'll start hearing that now too. RWAs. But that's what sounds like what this is. Thank you, Chachi.
Yeah.
So it says this is about turning these alternative assets into digital tokens. Imagine, dude, ChatGPT is so good. Imagine you have a rare painting and you turn it into a digital token that represents ownership of the painting. This makes buying, selling, or trading these assets much easier, more efficient, and verifiable. The new system is built so that big formal organizations like banks can use it without breaking any laws. So in summary, it's a new advanced blockchain system that's designed to help big organizations work with digital tokens of alternative assets like real world assets in a way that's easy, legal, super efficient, creating a new high-tech way for people to invest in cool and unique things in the digital world.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Yeah, I love Polygon. Polygon's crushing it. We're using Polygon, you know.
Oh, for Ohio State?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah, Polygon is where it's at. I mean, they're really trailblazing ahead.
It feels that way. Like things change, you know. Somebody could, like, if Solana comes out with something innovative, maybe things could change. But I think where it is, like Polygon being in the ETH ecosystem, but having very little gas, and it costs like $20 to mint 5,000 NFTs on Polygon. So it's really almost nothing. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Did we go over everything on the list? There was a lot, but we got through a lot of stuff. We had a bunch of little segues today, but it was fun. I like when we just chat and talk about whatever the heck we want. I hope people like it. I think some people do. I think our good feedback. Our last episode did really well. Did you see that? Did you go on?
I didn't see that. No. Really let's go.
Yeah, popped off. So I'm going to go to Crypto Slam right now, our favorite multi-chain data site we talked about before the show. So 7 days, top NFT collectible sales by sales volume. Number 1 is the uncategorized ordinals. It's really difficult to know what all different stuff is, but it's probably those node monkeys. $17 million, 7,600 buyers, which is the most in the top 10 amount of buyers. Pretty wild. Number 2 is that Gas Hero thing that we saw last week. Gas Heroes is on Polygon. It's a game. There's a bunch of different Gas Hero collections. Number 2 is the Gas Hero Common Heroes. Did $15 million, up 50% from the week before. The Ordinals was actually down 59%. This is up 50%. The next project is Dokyo, which is the biggest project on Avalanche. I've actually been going around all the different blockchains here, but the big one on Avalanche, it's done $10 million, Dokyo. I don't know much about that, but that has crushed it. Bored Ape Yacht Club, Dokyo's more than Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's pretty wild. But BAYC is number 4. There's another ordinal, another BRC20, which is the Bitcoins at number 5. CryptoPunks is number 6. The Gas Hero Items is number 7. Tin Fund is an Ethereum project. It's another anime project, which blew up in the past week. It's like a 0.7 floor. Have you seen those? I don't even think it's revealed yet, but it's number 8 on the list at $6 million. First week on the list, first week even out there. Number 9 is the Gas Hero Weapons. Number 10 is another BRC20, whatever that is. Number 11 is D-Market, the CSGO game. Number 12 is the Saga Monkeys on Solana. So some cool stuff. It's different. We used to always have, remember, like 5 out of the first 6 were always Yuga Labs. It was Other Side, Mutants, Meebits, like all that stuff was always up there. It has changed as we've gone on over the last, 2.5 years.
Yeah, times are changing, folks. Also, there was a mint that happened this week too. Vibes by Amber Vittoria. It's like
absolutely
300 NFTs, and it actually popped off. Like,
oh, really?
I forget how much she was selling it for, but the floor went up to like 0.3. I think now it's at 0.22, and they haven't revealed yet. But yeah, those were doing pretty well.
Those
actually.
are really cool. They're like big giant pixels kind of, and like her trademark colors. And
they're like pixelated blobs kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. But they're cool. They got like they all have a little bit of personality. They're really cool. Are you a holder?
I'm not a holder, but I do think they look really cool.
Surprised she didn't give you one for free.
I don't really talk to her or anything, but
we did have her on very early on. If anybody wants to go back,
that's a
probably
long time ago.
Must have been like February or March or April of 2022.
It was right after the first VCon because she was on one of my panels. And then
okay, so would have been like May or June 2022.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for the week.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. Thank you everybody for listening. Now, as always, it's good stuff. I
gotta take us out, Michael.
What do you want me to do? You want me to take us out?
Yeah.
Everybody, it's a pleasure to have all of our listeners every week. Everybody that engages with the show, everybody that leaves reviews, it's all really appreciated. Thank you so much, everybody. NFT Catcher Podcast. We have an awesome interview dropping this week with Outer Lumen. You should absolutely check it out. And Jenny and I will be back next week, same time, same place. NFT Catcher Podcast. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the NFT Catcher Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new about the exciting world of NFTs. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you really love what you're hearing, please leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. If you want to stay up to date with the latest news and insights from the NFT space, be sure to follow us on all the socials at NFT Catcher Pod. You can follow Jennifer at Jennifer_pseudo and Michael at NFTicket. I'm your producer, Andy, and I'm at AJC254. Our theme song's by It's Just Los. We always appreciate your feedback and support, which helps us reach more people and bring you informative and engaging content about NFTs. We look forward to bringing you more great NFT content in future episodes. Thanks for listening. Peace.